Hey guys, thanks for joining me for your 15-minute yoga class. So think of this workout as a 15-minute stretch that you can do before a workout, after a workout, on your recovery day, really any time that you feel like you just need a good stretch hitting the entire body. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll get started on our mat. If you've never done yoga before, don't worry. We're not going to do anything too complex, more just stretching out of the muscles. We're going to start in child's pose. So big toes are together, knees as wide as you can. We're going to drop our chest and head heavy to the mat as we stretch our arms forward. So as we start here, there's no tension, there's no work. Let your body sink into the mat. Let your hips sink back. Let your chest, head, arms all fall heavy to the mat. Try not to hold up your body. And then just steady that breath here. So big inhales through the nose, big exhales out the nose. And now making this child's pose a little more active. So you're going to stretch your fingers wide, push into your palms, and send them as far as you can to the top of the mat. It should be so much like the forearms lift off of the mat and those hips push back further. Feeling a good stretch through the back, through the shoulders, through the arms, and through the hips. Keeping that length, walk your hands over to the right corner of the mat and just put a little more stretch in your left side body. Good, and then over to the left corner of the mat, same thing. Stretch into that right side body. And then make your way back to center. Your fingers are still spread wide. Come up to tabletop. So here you're stacked, shoulders and wrist, knees and hips. Take a look up as you drop your belly down to the mat. And then exhale as you round. Draw your belly into your spine. Do that again. Drop your belly, look up for cow. Exhale as you round your spine. Drop your chin to your chest for cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Good. Exhale, cat. From here, we're going to tuck our toes, lifting up to down dog. So just take your hips high, drop your head, relax your neck. Fingers are still spread wide, push into your palms. Feet are about hip-width apart. Think you're trying to push your heels towards the mat. And then hips are pushing up and back. We're going to pull forward to a high plank, just stacking shoulders over wrist, shifting the weight forward. And then shift back, down dog. Do that with breath. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, down dog. One more time, high push-up. Hips high, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. And gently rolling all the way up to stand. Good. Once you're there, rolling the shoulders up and back a couple times here should feel good. And then roll them forward, big circles. And go any tension in the neck, in the shoulders. Good. Drop them down. Take a big breath in. Reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward all the way down to the mat. Drop your head once you're there. Find a halfway lift. Push your hands into your shins or quads. Draw your belly in. Flatten your back. Fold it forward. Stretch it tall. To do that again. Big inhale. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the legs. Lengthen the spine. Forward fold. One last time. Big stretch. Reach it up. Look up. Fold it forward. Halfway lift. We're going to walk our hands back forward. Find that high plank. Good. High plank. Take a breath in here. Exhale, breath out. Take another breath in. We're going to gently lower all the way down to the mat, keeping those elbows are right along your sides. Now push into your palms, lift your chest up, finding a baby cobra. And then lower down. Do that again, push into the palms, lift your chest maybe a little higher. Lower down. One last time, push into the palms, lift up. Good, gently lower all the way down. Knees go wide, find child's pose, push yourself back. And then stay here. You're gonna take your right arm under your left, thread the needle, stretch through that right shoulder. So your position is still exactly child's pose through the legs, through the hips. That left arm is still reaching forward. You just have your head turned and that right arm feeding through. Allow your body to sink some weight into that right arm so you can feel that stretch there. And then we'll switch it. Take that left arm through, turn the cheek to the mat. Sink your body weight into that left shoulder. And then come back to center, both arms stretch forward, tuck your toes, find down dog. Good, from here we're gonna lift that right leg high and then pull that foot all the way through up to the hands, finding a runner's lunge here. So your right toes are pointing forward, that knee should be over the ankle, that left leg is squeezing strong. We're just gonna hold it for a little bit here. Good, now bring both hands inside of that right foot. Go ahead and drop that left knee to the mat. We're gonna bring our hands up to that right quad. Push your hips forward here. Good, so you want a tiny tuck through that pelvis here. And then from there, you're pushing that weight forward, feeling a good stretch through that left hip flexor. If you're not feeling, maybe putting a little more pressure into that right quad, pushing those hips a little further forward. Good, now hands come back to the mat inside of that right foot. We're gonna take that right foot out to the side, come to the outer edge of that foot, toes point out. Keep pulling those hips forward. You're settling into lizard here. So good stretch through the hips. If you need to go deeper, you're welcome to take this down to your forearms. Or if you need an in-between, maybe forearms to a block. I'm gonna stay right here. Just a few more seconds holding this stretch. Good, now making your way back up to long arms if you're not already there. Pushing your hips back, we're gonna straighten that right leg and then bring your chest over that thigh. Fingertips can be on the mat or you can reach out to the toes, whatever's comfortable for you. Keep hinging forward, feeling that stretch through that left hamstring. Good, now go ahead, shift back forward, drop that right foot to the floor, hands to the mat. Left toes tuck, lift that knee, step back, find your high plank. Hold and breathe. Hips high, down dog. Now to your left side, lift that leg high. Big step through, finding that runner's lunge. Left toes forward, knee in line with ankle, and that back leg is squeezing straight. That right heel's pushing towards the back wall. Finding as much length as you can there. A few more breaths. Go ahead, drop in that back knee, toes can relax, hands to that left quad, tiny tuck, and then push those hips forward. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Good, steady breath here. then from here we'll settle into lizard. So bring those hands inside that left foot. You can turn that foot out a little bit, coming to the outer edge, letting that knee drop open. Remember those hips still keep pulling forward and down towards the mat. If you need a deeper stretch, walk down to a block or down to your mat. Gently rising to long arms if you're not already there. Push your hips back, straighten that left leg, and then let your chest drop over that thigh. And that stretch through that left hamstring. A few more breaths. Good, then push that foot back down, hands to the mat, back toes tuck, lift your knee, high plank, step it back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more breath in. Hips high, down dog. Head is heavy. Shake it out, let go of any tension. And then go ahead, lift your left foot off of the mat. It's just gonna hover there. As you do that, can you push that right heel closer to the floor, feeling that stretch in the calf. Keep pushing down, keep breathing. And then switch it, left foot down, let that right foot float. Trying to push that left heel as close as you can to the mat. And then with a big step, bring that right foot up to your hands and then pull that left one in. We're gonna find a seat here with a butterfly stretch. So bottoms of feet together, knees dropping out. Think of pushing them down. And then if you need more, hinging forward. Taking a seated figure four stretch here. So we're gonna take our right ankle across our left thigh and then bring that left foot to the mat. So that right foot is on that thigh. That right knee's pushing away from your body, creating the stretch in that right glute. To make that stretch deeper, start to walk that left foot a little closer to you. If this is too tight, too much on the knees, you could always just hug that right knee to your chest and feel that pull and little stretch in that right glute. Gently release, and we'll go to the left side. So figure four, left foot across right thigh. Push that knee away or pull that left knee into your chest. Squeeze it in tight. Feel that glute stretch. Good. Gently release wherever you are. Let those legs stretch out in front of you. Arms reach up, big breath in, and just fold forward. From here, we're going to gently roll all the way down onto our back. So make sure you have mat behind you that you can lay on. Once you're there, arms go overhead, finding a full body stretch. Pointing the toes forward, stretching the fingertips to the back wall. Take the arms out to a T. Walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. And then drop those knees in together. Feeling the stretch through the outsides of the legs, through the IT bands. If that's not a deep enough stretch, just take those feet out wider. Keep the feet wide. Both knees are going to drop over to the right. Hold here. Both knees drop over to the left. Hold here. Come back to center. Take those legs long. We'll take one more full body stretch, making it big as you can. And then we'll gently roll on up to a seat. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me for your quick 15-minute yoga stretch out. So again, feel free to take this anytime you feel like you need it, anytime you're getting sore, off day, whatever it is. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and hope we will see you soon. Thanks, guys.